What's going on, boys? It's your boy, Big Old Dog Boxing. What's going on? Shit, bruh. Wanting to get on here and rant a little bit, vent a little bit. I got some time today. Definitely got some time today. Talk about what's been going on in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Floyd Money Mayweather is suing Showtime, and Showtime's former exec for 340 million, alleging years of fraud. And one thing I did notice is Floyd is not suing Al Heyman. He's only suing Showtime and Steven Espinoza. Now, why is that? Why is it that Floyd Mayweather isn't suing Al Heyman? Is he looking out for Al? You know, is he looking out for his boy? Why isn't Floyd Mayweather suing Al Heyman? That's what I want to know, man. What's going on with that, man? How come Floyd is only going after Showtime and Steven Espinoza? But my thing is, man, what I think is going on here is I think that Floyd Mayweather is not going after Al Heyman because Al Heyman probably convinced Floyd Mayweather into signing a dick in the booty contract. You know what I'm saying? Just a bad deal overall. Because you guys have to remember, Floyd Mayweather, he can't read. You know? I imagine it's not that hard to get over on Floyd. The guy can't read. I mean, you guys really think Floyd Mayweather was reading over the contracts? Or was Floyd just signing on the line? You know what I'm saying? Al Heyman was probably whispering sweet little nothings in his ear. You know, go ahead, sign this one. Oh, I'm your brother. You know, I got your back, Floyd. Here, sign this one, sign that one. Oh, don't worry about it. I would never steal from you, black man. You know what I'm saying? Just whispering sweet little nothings in his ear, bro. Got over on the man, bro. That could be a possibility. Or there's plenty of other possibilities, bro. But I don't know, man. It's so much going on that, like, for example, here recently, 50 Cent came out and he basically told Floyd that, bro, you should have let me read the contracts. You know? 50 Cent told Floyd, like, let me read those contracts, man. But Floyd didn't want to listen. And I think that's where the beef started with Floyd and Al Heyman and 50 Cent. I think that's where the beef started. 50 Cent probably told Floyd, like, man, you got to read over these contracts, brother. What are you doing? You know? But I could tell that 50 Cent is having a good ass time with this news. And me as well. Yeah, I said it. I don't give two shits about Floyd, whether he's going broke or not. I could give two fucks. Because Floyd Mayweather was never a people's champ. He was never the champ of the people. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather, he he always played a villain. He was never humble. He made his whole personality. Um, Ronan Marion, salute, brother. What's going on? But yeah, man, Floyd Mayweather always played the villain. Uh, he was never a people's champ. He made his whole personality about um, money. You know, he threw money in people's faces every chance that he got. He even wore a ski mask to the ring. You know what I'm saying? Implying that he's treating boxing like a bank heist. And ironically enough, he was the one that was being robbed the whole time. Um, I seen this interview here recently. I seen this interview here recently by Steven Espinoza, and my reaction to the interview was he doesn't seem worried at all. Espinoza is chilling. You know, they asked Steven Espinoza about the situation. Steven Espinoza didn't seem worried about nothing. Uh, and yeah, by the looks of that interview, yeah, Steven Espinoza, they asked him about the lawsuit. He does not seem worried at all. He's chilling, man. He ain't got nothing to worry about, really. And why would he? You know, I think he's 100% sure. Like, there's nothing that Floyd Mayweather could do going after Showtime and him. Look, I'm not a lawyer or nothing like that, right? But I'm pretty sure since Al Heyman was Mayweather's manager or slash advisor, the way it worked was Showtime would just pay the money to Al Heyman, and then it would be up to Al Heyman to pay his client. So again, if Floyd Mayweather has an issue with not being paid by Showtime, then that's an issue that he needs to solve his his advisor or his manager, Al Heyman. Yo, I doubt Floyd Mayweather gets anything out of this deal, man. Or out of this lawsuit. Yeah, I don't think Floyd Mayweather gets anything out of this lawsuit, bro. I doubt it. Now, here's another thought too, man. What if there's no money though? What if they don't owe Floyd Mayweather any money? What if there's just no money? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they were fluffing up the numbers? Because Showtime, they're known for fluffing up the numbers. You know what I'm saying? What if they were lying, making up numbers? Uh, you know, uh, yeah. What if there's no money, man? That's another possibility. He's going after Showtime, and Showtime's like, we don't know you, dick, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But that could be another possibility, bro. Like Floyd's going after Showtime, and Showtime ain't got no money for him. Like, bro, there's no money. What if there's no money? That's a 100% a possibility. Because if you think about the way that Floyd Mayweather used to fight, Floyd Mayweather wasn't a fan-friendly fighter. He would do the jab and grab bullshit, especially around the time that he was fighting on Showtime. And like I said before, man, we know Showtime has been known for lying about their numbers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I also seen that Floyd is claiming that he was never paid from the Manny Pacquiao fight. You know what I'm saying? I seen something on Twitter, and well, it was part of the lawsuit, right? The paperwork. It said that Floyd believes that, or he's claiming that he hasn't been paid for the Manny Pacquiao fight. And the way I feel about it is good, bruh. Good. You know what I'm saying? He don't deserve to be paid for that fight. That fight was a 2-pack of ass, bruh. That fight was a 2-pack of ass. That fight was boring. And the fact that they made us wait 9 years for that bullshit, I'm glad that Floyd didn't get paid for that garbage. You know what I'm saying? That fight was a 2-pack of ass, bruh. But the house of cards is coming tumbling down, man. And there's just more and more proof coming out. I'm seeing a lot of things on Twitter. Guy by the name of T Street Controversy, he was basically, I mean, he shows the proof, bro. He shows the receipts. You know what I'm saying? And he's basically implying that Al Heyman was paying other guys, or he was using Floyd Mayweather's money to keep PBC afloat. You know, he was basically paying all those guys all that money, man. All of Floyd's money, basically. Yeah, it makes sense now. Like those $30 million paydays to Canelo Alvarez, $30 million. That's Canelo's like signing on fee. That's what he don't fight for anything less than that. You know, a couple years ago, Canelo Alvarez, he did some fights on Showtime, and you know, Canelo's going rate or his flat fee is 30 million or something crazy like that, 30, 40 million for him to fight on your platform. And it makes sense now, man, like because at that time PBC, they're doing this fund me boxing, you know what I mean? They're fan funded boxing is what PBC is doing now. And yeah, man, it basically, I think that Al Heyman was paying Canelo Alvarez with Floyd Mayweather's money and everybody else. And you know, the funniest part in all of this is people were out here defending Al Heyman, man. People were really out here defending Al Heyman, man. They're defending him, claiming he's like this fairy godmother of boxing and all this crazy shit, right? And at one point, a lot of people were even, you know, a lot of like cheerleaders for the PBC, and a lot of them are gone now, right? A lot of them are gone. But at one point, I remember there was a lot of, you know, PBC cheerleading fanboys, bruh. And they're gone now, right? Especially after Deontay Wilder got his ass whooped 3 times, 4 or 5 times. And then once Earl Spence got beat, a lot of those PBC fanboys, a lot of PBC cheerleaders, they just disappeared. But for the ones that are still around, this is what irritates me about these dudes, bro. They don't come out and admit that they were wrong, bro. You know, they won't come out and admit that they were wrong about Al Heyman in the PBC. Anytime that I would come out and I would say, um, yeah, anytime I would come out and call out Al Heyman for the bullshit that he pulled, basically, bro. Like, y'all have to understand, man. Al Heyman managed to get boxing kicked off of all of the terrestrial broadcasters like Showtime, like Fox, like CBS, like NBC, HBO, Spike TV. Al Heyman somehow managed to get all of these terrestrial broadcasters to get rid of boxing, bro. You know? And this is the guy, this is their king. This is the guy that they would defend. But whenever I would call out Al Heyman, I would get called all types of names like, oh, I'm just a hater. And, you don't know shit about boxing. Oh, you're racist. Hating on the black man. But now that the proof is out, now that the proof is out on Al Heyman being a fucking thief and a fucking dirtbag that steals from his own people, now these guys are nowhere to be found. And that's why I've learned, if there's anything I took from it, from arguing with these guys online and on Twitter and YouTube and stuff, is it's best to not even argue with these punks. Because essentially they're a waste of space and a waste of fucking air. You know what I'm saying? Moving on though, I wanted to talk about the Deontay Wilder crash out. Now, my question is, was Simon Jordan wrong for asking Deontay Wilder about Tyson Fury? My opinion, no. I don't think that Simon Jordan was wrong for asking Deontay Wilder about Tyson Fury. Because Deontay Wilder, he goes everywhere else and talks about Tyson Fury. He goes everywhere else and talks about how he talks about how Tyson Fury cheated him and how he's a victim to white supremacy and literally just crying victim. Deontay Wilder runs around crying victim on every podcast, on every show he goes on. Talks about how he got cheated by the white man and all this stuff, right? So then my whole thing is, why didn't you want to talk about it on Simon Jordan's show? You know what I'm saying? Like, just a few days before Deontay Wilder went on Sports Talk and got that interview with Simon Jordan, he was on another podcast, Mr. Versace podcast, right? Talking about Tyson Fury accusing him. So my whole thing is, if you could talk about that, then just literally a day before, maybe a day, maybe two, a day before, why can't you talk about it with Simon Jordan? Why not keep the same energy? Why doesn't Wilder why doesn't Wilder keep the same energy with Simon Jordan that he does with these content creators from the United States? It's because he knows Simon Jordan in sports talk is an actual professional sports broadcast. And Simon Jordan doesn't need Deontay Wilder for clicks and views. Simon Jordan gets paid his salary from Talk Sport. Notice that. And another thing is this, right? Notice that when Simon Jordan presses Deontay Wilder about Tyson Fury, Wilder wants to pull the race card. He wants to talk about white privilege. But the crazy part about all this is, bro, Deontay Wilder has way more privilege than most people in the world. He has more privilege than most white people in the world, bro. Because he doesn't even need to win his fights, and he still gets paid by the bundle. He gets paid millions of dollars, bro. This guy gets paid millions of dollars, and he doesn't even need to win the fights at that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy, bro. And he wants to cry about fucking being a victim of white privilege and white supremacy, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. This dude Deontay Wilder is just a race grifter, bro. That's all he is. That's all he fucking is, bro. Is a race grifter. Yeah, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. He wants to pull the race card in 2026, bro. Dude, everybody's tired of hearing that shit, fam. Ain't nobody want to hear that shit no more, bro. Deontay Wilder has as much, if not more, privilege than most white people, bro. But, you know, this guy, Deontay Wilder, bro. This video right here by Wilder, it took the cake for me. I thought that was the funniest shit, bro. That he went overseas and got a reality check, bro. You know? And shout out to Simon Jordan, bro, for actually doing good reporter work. That's just how I feel, bro. Simon Jordan did a good job of doing good reporter work, bro. Yeah, but shout out to Simon Jordan for doing good reporter work and following up those tough questions with some even tougher questions. You know what I'm saying? Simon Jordan's like, nah, bro, I'm not here to kiss your ass, bro. You want to run around all these podcasts and you want to run around all these little fucking interviewers and YouTubers and spill that bullshit. Nah, fuck that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see what happens when Wilder actually got confronted with an actual with a real reporter. You know what I'm saying? You see what happens when Wilder actually got confronted by a real reporter, bro. That dude this dude is 6'7", bro. He's 6'7", 220 pounds, bro. Talking about he's a victim of white privilege, bro. Get the fuck out of here and white supremacy. Nah, bro, that shit is weak as fuck to me, bro. That shit is weak as fuck, bro. But yeah, man, shout out to the whole fucking UK, man. Shout out to Simon Jordan from the UK. Shout out to the whole United Kingdom, bro, for actually pressing this fucking fraud, man. Fuck that motherfucker, bro. Cause Wilder, he's so used to all these fucking fugazi ass, fraud ass reporters out here in the United States where they ask softball ass questions just to keep the fighter from getting in his fucking fifis and getting his ego fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? These guys in the media out here in the United States be afraid to ask the real questions, bro, the hard questions. And that's why it's bad reporting, bro. It's you know what I mean? Shout out to Simon Jordan for doing good reporter work, bro. Because what happens is a lot of these guys out here in the United States, they be afraid to ask the tough questions because they're afraid to get their fucking access pass revoked. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck all that gay ass shit, man. Shout out to Simon Jordan and shout out to the old fucking UK, man. You know? But on the real deal, Holyfield, man, it only took a whole trip across the pond for somebody to finally confront and ask Deontay Wilder, you know, and give his ass a reality check, bro, that he fucking needs. Deontay Wilder had to leave the United States and travel to the UK to finally find somebody that had the balls to ask the real questions that we've all been waiting to hear. And you know what a big problem is? A big problem is that here in the United States, a lot of the media people out here in the United States are the fans of the sport. They're just, a lot of the reporters for boxing, they're just fans of the sport. You know what I'm saying? They're simply people with YouTube channels. And so these guys, the YouTubers, they rely on fighters for interviews, and they rely on guys like Wilder for their clicks and views. So when Wilder finally crosses the pond, right, and he goes over to an actual reporter, a real professional who doesn't need or doesn't rely on Wilder or any other fighter's fucking presence or media presence for fucking clicks and views, he realizes he can't run the same game on Simon Jordan that he could run on these little fucking faggot ass content creators out here. You know what I'm saying? From the United States. And that's a real reason why Deontay Wilder didn't want to speak to Simon Jordan about Tyson Fury, because he knows damn well that Wilder has been running with lies. He's been running with delusions. He's been running with whatever he said and she said on the internet. All these little fucking content creators. Yeah, man. Just gay ass shit. That dude Wilder is a race grifter, bro. He's pussy, bro. The dude's pussy. And I know it's crazy, bro. Like, because I'm just a guy sitting on my fucking couch, you know, talking behind this microphone, sitting in front of this fucking laptop. But, bro, that dude Wilder is pussy, bro. He can't accept the fact that he got his ass whooped by a white dude, bro. You know, he can't, and that's the problem with when you're so delusional, you're so delusional that you think that just because you're black, you have this superiority complex, right? You think you're better than people just because of the color of your skin, you know? And that's who Wilder is, bro. He thinks that because he's black, he's better than everybody. Now, fuck that, bro. You see what happened? He got beat up by a big, fat, fucking sloppy ass, Twinkie eating, cocaine sniffing fucking gypsy. You know what I'm saying? A pale white motherfucker, bro. A big old fat dude, strung out on coke, hasn't fought in years. You know what I'm saying? And that's who Wilder lost to. And that's why he can't accept it, bro. He can't accept the fact that he lost to a guy that was honestly a cherry pick, to a guy he honestly lost to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shit is funny to me though. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This shit is pretty fucking funny if you ask me. Wilder making himself look like just a laughing stock, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys dude, everybody's laughing at this guy right now, bro. It's fucking and it's funny. It's hilarious, bro. He deserves to be laughed at, bro. He's a fucking clown. Oh. But the fact that Wilder tried to pull a race card, bro, in 2026 on Simon Jordan is just sad, brother. It's sad. Yeah, the race, dude, race had nothing to do with the conversation. Race had nothing to do. Like, what the fuck did race have to do with you making excuses for losing to Tyson Fury? All Simon Jordan asked was, yo, you lost those fights. Why'd you make excuses? Bruh, take your loss like a man and move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was, bro. It was about taking accountability. It had nothing to do with race or ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the fact that Wilder pulled a race card, bro, in 2026 is sad, brother. It's sad. It was simply about being a man, bro, and taking some accountability. And just having the balls to tell the truth. All these years, bro, and you still can't tell the truth. It's been 5 years since Tyson Fury whooped your ass back to back. And Wilder still can't take accountability for that shit. Bro, and this is your guys' king? Yeah, bro, it's been 5 years since Wilder lost to Fury. And Wilder, he's still claiming, bro, that he got cheated by Fury. And after 5 years, we still haven't seen any proof. We still haven't seen any proof of Deontay Wilder being cheated. None, bro. I haven't seen nothing. Bro, I'm telling you, this guy Wilder is boxing's biggest hypocrite, man. This guy Wilder is boxing's biggest hypocrite, man. This guy, he talks all this rah-rah, man. He talks all this, Black Panther with, Black Power shit. But he's the same guy that fired his black trainer, Mark Breland, and threw Mark Breland under the bus. He claimed that Mark Breland spiked his water, and he just scapegoated the poor bastard, man. He scapegoated the poor fucking guy, Mark Breland, right? He fires him. And then he keeps his white yoga instructor, Jay Diaz. And then he fires his black manager, Al Heyman, and he keeps Shelly Finkel. Then he fires Malik Scott, who was also a black trainer. And then he wants to tell Simon Jordan about his white privilege, bro. Like, there's barely any, dude. It's crazy, bro. This fucking guy has the audacity to tell Simon Jordan about white privilege, bro. Like, bro, Wilder has more privilege than most white people in the world, bro. And this dude wants to talk about white privilege. This shit is crazy. This dude is flying around in jets, bro. This dude is flying around in jets from interview to interview, from the UK to the United States, making millions of dollars, bro, to not even win. Wilder doesn't even need to win his fights, bro, to lose them. And he's making millions of dollars doing it, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. The shit is crazy. And nobody was more privileged than Wilder over there on the PBC either. Bro, how many easy fights did they give this guy Wilder? This guy had 9 or 10 title defenses. But against who? Who did Wilder defend his titles against? This guy Wilder was on a tomato can diet, bro. They fed this guy bums for fucking years to feast on. So the fact that Wilder is calling anybody privileged is absolutely fucking disgusting. It's actually, it's comedy, bro. It's funny. It's crazy. Deontay Wilder is a walking and talking contradiction. If Wilder truly believed that Tyson Fury cheated him, then why did he go and hug Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia, bro, in 2023? You see what I mean? This guy Wilder is a compulsive liar. He's a hypocrite. And one thing I noticed about Wilder is even though he lost to Joseph Parker and Zhilei Zhang, it's the Tyson Fury loss. It's the only one he keeps crying about. Why is that? Is it because Tyson Fury was a fat white guy? That's what it is, bro. It's because he's white. Because, dude, he loses to Joseph Parker, who is of Samoan descent, right? He loses to Zhilei Zhang, who is Chinese. He's not over here crying about that, bro. He's really infuriated at the fact that he lost to a white guy, Tyson Fury. And not only was he, it's because Deontay Wilder really feels that he's got this superiority complex. That because he's black, bro, he's better. And since he got proved wrong, and he got his ass whooped by a white dude, that's what's really eating him inside, bro. It's fucking eating him alive. And it's a crazy way to think about. But another reason why he's crying more. He cries more about the Tyson Fury loss than the Joseph Parker and the Zhilei Zhang loss is because he knows that the Tyson Fury fight was a cherry pick gone wrong. In his mind, he was supposed to win that fight because Tyson Fury was out of shape. He was overweight. Big old fat fucking white dude hasn't fought in over 2 years. Tyson Fury was strung out on cocaine and booze. But in the end, the cherry pick went wrong, bro. The plan backfired. And those ass whoopings that Tyson Fury gave Deontay Wilder, they gave Wilder PTSD. Wilder still hasn't been right since. And it's obvious that Deontay Wilder, bro, it's like that ayahuasca, bro. It fucked him up permanently. He did too much of that shit or something, bro. The dude ain't right. He ain't got his dome straight, bro. He ain't all there. It's like, yeah, bro, it's like he's fucking a little slow or something, bro. But I find this crash out by Wilder so entertaining. Just watching him squirm and get all nervous when the reporter asked him about Tyson Fury. And another thing is this. If Deontay Wilder is the Malcolm X of boxing, he's all about black power, black unity, then why didn't he give his fellow black man, Dillian White, a shot at the world title? Dillian White was Deontay Wilder's mandatory for like 9 fucking years or something crazy like that, bro. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even lying, man. Yeah, but why didn't Wilder give Dillian White a shot at the man? He was his mando. He should have gave him a shot at the world title. And Dillian White never got a shot at Dillian White never got a shot at Deontay Wilder, bro. He even had to. I believe he filed a lawsuit with the WBC because they didn't give him his mandatory. You know, Dillian White had to wait until Tyson Fury whooped his ass to give him he had to wait till Tyson Fury whooped Deontay Wilder's ass, took his belt, and then finally Tyson Fury was the one that gave Dillian White a chance at the WBC, bruh. You know, shit is crazy, bro. The shit is fucking crazy. So, this guy Wilder, if he was so worried about uplifting black man, uplifting his own people, why didn't he give Dillian White a chance in the WBC? But instead, he gave a shot at Tyson Fury, who didn't deserve a title shot, right? But Wilder wants to cry white supremacy and white privilege when he's the one that gave Fury an undeserving shot at his title over the black man who did deserve it, Dillian White. You know? But yeah, no, that interview was good, bro. That was a good ass fucking interview. If you guys haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's only about 30 minutes long because Wilder stormed out like a little bitch. And the funniest part of all this was that the funniest part about this interview was Derek Chisora interrogating and pumping up Wilder even more. You know what, bro? I think we got time. We could play it, bro. Hold on. Let me see here. I could present this. Share screen.
And that's going to be an interesting experience for you because, as I said, he's a national treasure. I think he should be buried. Well, but as a national treasure, in some people's minds, he's a valuable asset, and the fans love him. I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury. And
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
We're here about.
No, but you're going
to. We're not going to talk about him
at
all.
But as part
we're not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
All right, then. So let's move on. It's all about Derek Chisora, and that's it.
I understand that. I understand that. The only
back, baby. Y'all understand that? You better be. April the 4th is going down.
The only reason
at the O2, you better be there.
Fabulous.
You'll be a square.
The only reason I mentioned it is because it's part of the shtick that goes with you. And I missed you first time around when you came in here 3 years ago, when you were in your pomp 4 years ago doing Bomb Squad and all that sort of stuff. And I've always wanted to have a conversation with you because you've made observations about Fury. I have my own views on Fury. And you've called him a cheat, and it leads me.
The biggest in boxing.
Yeah, but it leads me to conclude.
Biggest in boxing. If somebody practicing, taking their stuff out of their gloves in training, what you think they're gonna do in the fight?
Yeah, but
that's all I got to say about that.
I want to put something to you about you. Right. Your Game of Thrones outfit being too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
You said it was too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
Okay, well I might be wrong on that one. You talked about the long.
Y'all took a journalist that said something because y'all, everybody wanted to come in. Oh, wow,
you talked about a long count, right? And then you talked about the trainers, Mark Brulan not being good enough.
No, I ain't saying he wasn't good enough.
So what I'm asking you in all of this is, it sounds to me, given the character that you are, that's like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights, and those fights were lost. And you saying someone like Fury cheated you in those fights, I think is kind of disappointing to
You
me
can say
about
what you
because
want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
okay,
Understand that.
But
I
you-
got the facts of it.
No, fair
I
enough.
got the proof. I got the people to tell it.
and we'll look forward to seeing
Understand that.
We'll look forward to
Understand that. What I say in boxing, I mean, and it's the truth. I risk my life for you's entertainment to see.
No, absolutely.
So why I ain't never lied about none in this business.
But-
you can believe what? Why
but
is it so hard to believe a black man than a white man?
No, hold
Understand
on,
me?
you.
Yeah,
Why is it so hard to believe a black man than a white man?
Why
Why
you don't
Well, let me
believe
ask
it?
you-
Why is it?
Let me ask you a question.
That's it.
Yeah, go on.
So
Yeah,
we
why?
can go there.
Why?
First and foremost,
Why?
it's got nothing to do with color.
No, yes,
No,
it does.
this whole
Yes.
country got some. This
Yes.
whole world
Yes.
got something to do with race. You
Deontay.
think you got? You think you pan out? You think you have a? You think you done had a great life? You think your life has been like mine?
Listen,
But you got white privilege, brother.
Oh, don't start.
I ain't
rubbish.
never had that.
Don't start my.
I'm a black man with dark skin. Ain't nothing ever been given to me. I done had to kick in every opportunity.
Let me ask you. Look, Derek likes
that's
this.
what it is.
Derek likes
Y'all don't
this.
understand. Maybe y'all don't talk about this shit in this country.
Yes, we do, mate.
But when you get me
But
in
I
here,
do.
I speak the peace.
I do.
I speak the truth.
Well, let me ask you a question.
But the God
Let me ask you.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
If this is about color,
Y'all got the wrong.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
if he's about color,
Y'all understand that.
how is Derek Chisora then, out of curiosity, given he's a black man, a national treasure in this country? Then it's not about color. You called somebody a cheat. I asked you a question.
Oh,
Don't
come
like the
on. You
question.
have a whole lot of black people around this.
The question.
Thank
like
you.
the question.
Stop, bro.
Like the question. All right,
Yeah,
I moved on.
Stop
from it.
it.
I moved on.
I want to pull it back in. Derek,
Stand
let me
back,
ask you a question. I want to ask you a question
Stand me
about
on that,
fight
man.
week. Deontay, let me just get into Derek about fight week. They're both
calm
of
down.
you known to be dynamic in fight week. We just seen a little taster of that right
Man,
now.
come
with
on, man.
Deontay
Y'all
Wilder.
can't tell, man.
So the bronze bomber, there he is.
Yeah, so
Come on, man.
Come on, we can have a disagreement,
Think
can't
your
we?
life as a little boy and I bet your view as a little boy is totally different than my view as a little
Maybe.
boy. Most black people, why we're
Can we move
so
on from
into
that?
it with each other,
Deontay.
because we have PTSD.
Deontay.
We done been through so much,
Okay.
so much.
Hey, you wanted to move on, right?
Come on, man. It's hard to move on when you don't know the truth, and that's when I come in and try to give you a vision, a little insight of
Well, you
what
wanted
we
to
go
get
through as black people, man.
I got it.
You don't get it.
Well, okay.
None of y'all get it.
Where do you want me to go?
Y'all don't get it.
Got
And
it.
that's the problem. You think you get what you don't understand.
Okay.
Why is this so hard? Y'all.
And this is a little taster of what we're going to get. Both of you guys are big characters. It's going to be explosive, right? I mean, I don't even have to ask this guy because I've just got a little taster of that. But come on,
man.
both of you guys are big in the fight week. Let's pull it back into the fight. Let's talk about the fight.
It's hard to put it back. I'm from the South. You understand?
Come on, let's pull it back into the fight.
It's hard when y'all don't understand.
I get it.
Another situation.
I get
I
it.
said I didn't want to talk about the situation. Now you got me riled up.
Fair enough.
Wilder's back. You
let's-
understand? I feel shit. You understand
I got
me?
it.
You don't mean that, man.
Okay, stop
Man,
shouting at me.
let me get the out of here, bro. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Talking about my peoples and all that shit. It's hard to believe a black man than a white man. The cheated. Tell him to sue me so I can show the facts early. Because when the documentary and everything starts come out, I'm gonna show everything.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna get all the people that know and all the people that's in the inside. He got people that the inside of him. They're gonna know. I don't what? I don't about that.
I'm not a Fury.
I don't about it. I said we didn't want to bring him up in the first place. It ain't got shit to do with him.
Fair enough.
The you talking about?
Yeah, man. You, man. I'm out too.
So that's pretty much it, guys. That was fucking. I must have watched that so many times over and over again, bro. It is so entertaining to me watching this dude crash out. But this guy, he claims he's this black activist. He's, Black Power, Black Panther, Black Unity, all this stuff, man. But here recently, man, I saw this video on the relay, man. And shout out to the fucking relay, man. Shout out to Ring IQ. He did this video on Marcellus Wallace, which is Deontay Wilder's brother. And he's working at, or was working at, the Dollar Tree. And my whole thing is, bro, and that's how I know this dude, Deontay Wilder, is a whole fucking fraud out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? How are you a leader for all black people, bro? Well, you can't even take care of your own little brother, bro. You know? How are you a leader of all black people when you can't even take care of why is your little brother working at the Dollar Tree, homie? You're making all these millions of dollars. Millions to not even win, bro, to lose. And you still can't even look out for your little bro, man. Shit is fucking disgusting to me, bro. Shit is fucking disgusting to me, bro. What else, man? I wanted to talk about this fight. The Nick Ball fight versus I wanted to talk about this Nick Ball versus B-Fig, man. What a fucking knockout, bro. What a fucking knockout. And be honest with you guys, man, I thought Brian, or not Brian, but is it Brandon or Brian? I think it's Brandon. Brandon Figueroa, bro. I thought he was done, bro. That dude is trash, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That dude, Brandon Figueroa, I thought he was done. Like his last fight versus what's the kid's name, man? His last fight, I thought he lost. And then they gave him a gift, but he should have lost. And then the fight, I seen the fight with him, Brandon Figueroa. I saw the rematch with him and Stephen Fulton. I believe it was on the undercard of the David Benavidez versus David Morrell, and he looked like he was throwing little pity patty punches, bro. Like he looked like he punched like a girl, bro. Like I thought for sure Brandon Figueroa was done. I thought he was done, man, but wow, what a fucking knockout, bro. What a fucking knockout by Brandon Figueroa, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I was sitting there thinking, bro, this, I thought, dude, he caught that dude out of nowhere, bro. And shout out to both those guys, bro. They put on a hell of a performance. Nick Ball, bro, like he showed heart. He didn't have to go out there swinging like that, bro. In my opinion, I thought Nick Ball had the fight won. He was landing the more clear shots. Yeah, the cleaner shots were landed by not Brandon, but Nick Ball. That little fucker, man, he was landing the cleaner shots, and the fact that he's 5'2" and he was still able to outbox Brandon Figueroa, bro. You know what I'm saying? Landing the cleaner punches, landing the more effective punches, but I noticed that by the third or fourth round, Brandon Figueroa had Nick Ball breathing out of his mouth already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Brandon Figueroa, he was going to the body early. He was fucking up Nick Ball with them body punches, man. And it eventually took a toll because, like I said, I noticed that Nick Ball was breathing with his mouth open. By the third or fourth round. And it was real. It was, dude, overall, it was an entertaining ass fight, bro. Not even gonna lie. That fight was, to me, that fight was way more entertaining than the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight, man. 100%. That fight was way more entertaining. Yeah. The Nick Ball versus Brandon Figueroa, man, that was a way more entertaining fight than Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. Easily. Bro, when he knocked him out, bro, I was like, no way, dude. I don't think anybody seen that coming, bro. I don't think anybody. I was like, no way, dude. He really knocked him out in the last round, dude. And the way he did it, hit him right on the button, bro. Hit him right on the button. Oh, man. Yeah, bro. Good ass fucking fight. Shout out to both of those guys for putting on a hell of a performance. That was a good fight. That's what boxing is all about, man. You know, Nick Ball. I hope Nick Ball comes back. I'm hoping Nick Ball comes back, and he should, right? He's a hella entertaining fighter, and shout out to the United Kingdom for not throwing their fighters away, man. You know, American fans need to learn from the United Kingdom, the English fans. They don't throw their fighters away. You know, he got a standing ovation when Nick Ball got up and he was walking out. You know, his fans were cheering him on still. But yeah, man, when that happened, that fucking arena was quiet as a mouse, bro. That arena got real quiet, dude. That shit was fucking funny as hell, man. And Nick Ball's corner were being a bunch of sore losers, man. When he got knocked out, there was one of Nick Ball's associates. He was trying to kick people, man, on Brandon Figueroa's side because they were celebrating already, you know, and why wouldn't they, bro? Like, that shit was fucking crazy, bro. That happened like that, bro. You know, had it been the other way around, had they had 5'2" Nick Ball knocked out 5'9" Brandon Figueroa, bro, they would have been fucking celebrating the same way, bro, if not even worse, way more extreme, bro. But bro, yeah, that was some sore loser shit. It was the guy that fought right before it too. It was like a bigger version of Nick Ball. He looked like, you know, it looked like Trick Ball. It looked like the bigger version of Nick Ball, bro. He was in there trying to kick people. Oh, sore loser ass motherfucker. But yeah, man, that fucking fight was great. It was back and forth, man. It was like a high chess match of pressure boxing, bro. Because both them guys were locking horns, bro, and going back and forth. And that fight, like I said, man, it was a better fight than the Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, bro. It was. I would watch that Nick Ball fight versus Brandon Figueroa 10 times out of 9 over that fight versus I would watch that Nick Ball versus Brandon Figueroa fight over that fight that Tio had versus Shakur. It's been your boy O-Dog Boxing. I'm out, man.